Hi there, welcome to Critic Central. Captain Brother here. I have with me my guy.
Kobe Shawama or K Shawama.
Yeah, sure. So this is the world game. We are previewing the Premier League matches of the midweek, and there are some interesting games coming up. We have Arsenal, Fulham, Wolves, West Ham, and then Forest United. Do you see Forest beating United?
I think they can.
Yeah. Well, they
I
have
think
to
they
keep
can.
it.
Yeah, because this is in United. They are not there yet. I think currently Forest they are third on the league table,
Yeah.
and every team beats United this season. It's obvious. Every team
Everything.
beats
Oh,
United this season.
until they met Leicester.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, they were able to ship Leicester because a former player of United is their coach, Ruud van Nistelrooy. So
Mokasa.
definitely, yeah.
Mokasa, man, you for there. So Arsenal, Fulham. Do you see Arsenal winning at the?
Arsenal will win, although it will be a London derby. I think Fulham will be traveling to Emirates. But trust me, they'll find it very difficult to win a game because Arsenal also want to cement their spot in the UCL. And they haven't given up their hopes of winning the league yet.
Yeah, sure.
So I think they will definitely do their best to win.
So as Man City also want to be in the top four, they are meeting Leicester City. It's a walkover, right? Man City, Leicester.
It'll feel like taking candy from a baby.
Yee. Brighton,
Easy win.
Aston Villa. Aston Villa is like they were doing some up and downs. Do you see them winning at Brighton?
I think it'll be a really, really tough game. Brighton, their last 5 games, they've done really well. But I think, Unai Emery has a solid squad with the likes of Marco Asensio and Marcus Rashford. And some new players. I think it'll be a difficult game. But I would personally go for a 1-1 scoreline. It'll be a draw. It'll end.
A scoring draw.
Yeah.
For Brighton, Aston Villa.
Exactly.
Oh, good. So Newcastle, Brentford. Is like one of the match I want to watch.
Another crazy
Yeah,
game.
because
Another crazy game.
I really want Newcastle to win.
Exactly. But Brentford will be traveling to St. James. And let's not forget the fact that Newcastle won their previous game. They were able to beat Liverpool in the Carabao final. So I think they are motivated. Their enthusiasm going into that game will be there. So I think it will be very difficult for Brentford to beat Newcastle based on the fact that Newcastle recently won their match against Liverpool. And let's not forget, it was the Carabao Cup final.
And they are celebrating all over.
Exactly.
Like I saw 300,000 fans of Newcastle on the streets.
It's been long since they last won a trophy.
70 years ago.
Exactly.
Over 7 decades. That's
over 7 decades. Wow. You are right.
My dad was not born there.
In fact, my mom wasn't born.
And Southampton, Crystal Palace.
Easy win for Crystal Palace.
Wow.
Easy win for Crystal Palace.
Bournemouth, Ipswich. Ipswich is like the whipping boys, right?
Ipswich.
Yeah.
Exactly, but I'm not so convinced because today Bournemouth lost their game against Manchester City, and I wasn't convinced looking at the way they played. And although Ipswich they are down there, they are rock bottom. I think they would want to at least salvage some sort of decency going into the last 9 games of the season or 9+ games of the season. So they'll try to do their best.
Yeah, finally we have the 2 derby matches.
Which
Liverpool, Everton, and then Chelsea, Tottenham. But let's look at Liverpool, Everton.
Okay, so
do you think Liverpool will beat Everton? Because Liverpool is like the runaway leaders of the league. Like they are almost winning the league. So do you think they are going to beat
Merseyside derby?
Yeah,
I think the last time they met in February 12th, it was a 2-2 draw. I think they traveled to Goodison.
Yeah.
And this time around, Everton would travel to Anfield.
Yeah.
Although Liverpool, they are top of the league. I mean, they are number 1, currently sitting on top of the Premier League. I think Everton will really give them a run for their money.
Leading with 70 points.
Honestly speaking. But let's not forget, Merseyside derby never disappoints.
Yeah.
Exactly. Merseyside derby never disappoints.
As Liverpool has lost the Champions League race, they're not in the Champions League anymore, and then they want to win the league. At least they want to cement something because they've had an incredible season under their coach Anslot. He's been doing incredibly well.
Okay.
So I think that it might be an easy win for Liverpool because if they want to win, they will turn up really high and win the match. I see Salah scoring brace in that match.
Really?
Yeah.
I think based on the last two fixtures, the one they played February 12th, which was last month,
yeah.
and the one they played April 24th, which was last year. Yeah. Let's not forget, Everton won that game by 2 goals.
Yeah.
And I think their recent meet-up too, it was a 2-2.
That's what I'm saying.
Draw.
This time around, Liverpool is winning.
Are you sure?
You can quote me. I said Liverpool is winning.
As I said, Merseyside derby never disappoints.
Exactly.
So don't write Everton off.
But
don't write Everton off.
Liverpool will shut their noisy demons.
Are you sure?
Yeah. They will.
Okay.
So to the final match, Chelsea-Tottenham.
It's also one crazy London derby.
Mm-hmm.
One crazy London derby. Let's not forget the fact that Spurs will be traveling to Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
And let's also not forget the fact that Chelsea have won their last 3 matches against Spurs.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to Chelsea-Liverpool, we don't disappoint.
Chelsea's
Let's not forget the fact that I'm a Chelsea fan. My blood is blue. You understand? So I think it'll be easy. And let's not forget the fact that we also have some players returning from their injury woes or crisis. We have Nicholas Jackson returning. You understand? Cole Palmer will also be returning. And Noni Madueke and inform Enzo Fernandez.
You are mentioning Madueke?
Exactly. Exactly. You know, although he's been blowing hot and cold,
yes.
when he started the season, he started very well.
Yeah,
I think he even scored 6 goals in 4 matches. So,
and Palmer,
credit where credit is due.
No, but if I have to credit somebody in that team, I'm crediting Palmer. He's been carrying you for all this years since he came, and
okay, fine. Yeah, Palmer has been doing incredibly well, but he's really had a dip in form in his last 6 matches, last 6 or 7 matches.
Yeah. He has not been scoring
but yet still, I still feel going into this game, Chelsea, they have the upper hand against Spurs.
Okay, so let's look at the league table. Now, Arsenal is behind Liverpool with like 12 points, and then between the third to the 6th on the league table, it's like just 2 points. Do you see Man City breaking into the top 4, or maybe Newcastle breaking in? Because Forest and Chelsea, they also want to be in the top 4.
Okay, I believe Man City, they have what it takes to break into the top 4. Yeah. But let's not forget the fact that we have Chelsea, who are 4th. And also a club like Newcastle, they are also trying their possible best to also be in the top 4.
Yeah.
I think it will be very difficult, but let's not forget that City are coached by a certain coach called Pep Guardiola.
The greatest.
The greatest.
As a Madrid fan, I hate to admit
that he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, as a Madrid fan, I hate to admit.
Probably some people will call him the greatest of all time, but I disagree. But I think, he's a fantastic manager. And with some games, yet to be played, I think he'll be able to mobilize his Arsenal and, encourage his boys to go for the final kill.
Okay.
Yes.
So with this fixture, if City wins and Chelsea drop points, they're overtaking Chelsea. Well, Chelsea is coming back to 5th. And if Newcastle is able to win, Chelsea is dropping to 6th.
Exactly.
So do you think that Chelsea know that they have something at stake?
Yes, I believe we know what we have at stake. Definitely. We know what we have at stake. And we definitely also want to qualify to the Champions League.
Are you sure?
Exactly.
With your coach who has been like, you don't know, on and off, and the team.
But we are currently 4th on the league table. Yeah. So, don't discredit Chelsea.
No. That is because of his performance in the first round of the league. At some point, he was almost getting close to Liverpool, right? And
exactly.
They were saying you are title contenders, and now you are fighting for Champions League spot in the 4th place, right?
Okay, but we had injury crisis as well.
But each team had injury crisis.
But that is why City, they are currently fit because of their injury crisis. So let's not discredit what Enzo Maresca.
But the leader of the league also had crisis. They had injury crisis and a whole lot of contract issues and all that. But they are leading the league.
Okay.
So you registered all these players for the team, so just put them to work. That's your Arsenal. Let them work for you. So
But
this we can try and win and be in the top 4.
we will definitely win. It's Spurs for crying out loud.
Okay.
We've won our last 3 fixtures against Spurs.
Against Spurs. Yeah, and Spurs, they are blowing hot and cold.
We know Spurs.
Are they coming with a high line again?
And it's also a London derby. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
So it won't disappoint.
So
but trust me, we are taking the 3
the
points.
big boys of London.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
London is blue.
Okay. All right, viewers. Thank you for your time with us. This is Critique Central. Stay with us. Subscribe, like, and share this with other people. Take us to 500, and very soon, let's blow up the internet.
Yeah. So don't forget. Hit the like button, and don't forget to also subscribe. We want to reach 500, and we can't do it without you guys. So take us to 500. 500, we go.
If you brother here, we out.
Shawarma. I'm out.